1935, Chicago, Illinois. Early elements of the Axis powers are secretly working together to develop the ultimate bioweapon. Ferocious beasts created by German occult science, trained by dark samurai, and used by the mafia as lethal enforcers. When Tyger realizes how truly disposable he is, he rebels against his masters. Forced to fight his brothers, Tyger's struggle for vengeance and survival is about to begin. With an authentic retro video game in the works, toy, and poster art by the legendary video game box artist Tom Dubois, you'll want to get your claws on Tyger Blue. Back in now.
I love that freaking trailer.
It is.
Hi,
really
everybody.
Cool.
How are you today?
How's it going, chat?
Yeah,
It
chat.
is cool. Yeah. I'll use. Hi, Jack. Hi, Hargrave. Risey Love.
Yeah.
My ninja, Risey. What's up, man? Good to see you.
How are you doing today, Matthew Fowler?
Chilling. I'm just ready for this campaign to be over. I'm tired of going on TV every night talking about this shit on YouTube and stuff.
Yeah. So far, what's been your favorite like stream you've been on? Like really upset everybody else that you've like talked to as well. Who's the favorite?
I would think the launch on Bancroft. That was just so much fun. But I also like going on the Stank stream and hanging out with Finn. And
all right,
you
so
know,
it's not us, and that's all we needed to hear. No, no, my bad, Matt.
Hi, Distant.
No.
How you doing?
Come back.
Yeah, well, we decided to drag Dean along.
Yeah.
well, thanks for having me on, guys. I
of course,
appreciate
man.
it.
No, you're always welcome on, man.
Yeah, if everybody could like share the stream out, we do have hopefully some, I don't know, special comedic relief to offer. Speaking of Finn's stream, we have a couple clips from that are just fabulous, and I think everybody needs to see them.
Oh yeah. Should we play one of them?
We could.
We could. All right,
Pick
let's do it.
one. They're both good.
Yeah, I missed it. I was oh, go ahead, play it.
No.
I was to say I missed it, and it was deleted by the time I woke up.
This isn't the one that you missed. We'll save that one. For
We'll save that one for later.
Yeah.
Right.
Word. We get Fowler to 192 backers. We get him one extra backer. I'll tell you a very embarrassing strip club story from Smug Pug, and I'll never live it down. I'll never fucking live it. It'll be clipped, and
he was right about that.
Fuck all of you fucking pieces of shit.
He never paid me to delete
Awesome. I appreciate that shit, man.
Oh,
shit.
Spill the beans.
I can see a whole bunch of people
Matthew.
fucking assholes.
We go back to that, right? I want to talk a little more about it. Now we got to get a little palate cleanser.
Fuck. We got. Oh shit.
We'll get back
Right,
to it.
I got to be a man of my word. I guess I've got to tell the story. All right, so I guess I better start at the beginning. My best friend in the whole wide world, my best friend since like my first year of high school. He was dating this girl, and she dumped his ass. She dumped him, chat. She dumped him cold-blooded. Dumped his motherfucking ass cold-blooded. And he was in a state. He was really upset. And he just reached out to me one day and he said, Smug, that's obviously not my real name. He said, hey, Smug, I'm feeling real down. Let's go on a fucking road trip up across the east coast of Australia. And I was like, you know what? You're my best fucking friend in the whole wide world. I'll take the time off work. I've got the money. Let's hit this shit. And we did. We went on a road trip. We traveled up the whole east coast of Australia. We went to Byron Bay and did some surfing. We got massages. We went clubbing. We did a whole lot of shit. And we ended up on the Gold Coast. The Gold Coast in Brisbane. On Cavill Avenue. The nightclub district.
Uh-huh.
And then
You mean Brisbane?
Yeah, just south of Brisbane. The Gold Coast, motherfucker. It's the Gold Coast.
Okay.
and we were getting fucked up. We went to the casino. We were dropping money on the tables, having a great old time. I was fucking rat shit drunk, even drunker than I am right now. I was a mess. Anyway, I was so drunk we got asked to leave the casino. They're just like, get the fuck out of here. So we got kicked out of the casino. We were stumbling back to our hotel on Cavill. And then my mate's like, hey, there's a strip club around the corner. Let's go to the strip club. And I'm just like, well, this is your shit, nigga. With a soft A. This is your shit. I'm here for you. Let's go to the strip club. I don't care. Let's go to the strip club.
Oh man.
And I was fucking rat shit drunk, dude. Like my eyes would have been like fucking swirling around in my head. And we went to the strip club. We took a seat at the table. We somehow miraculously we got in, took a seat at the table. My best friend, he was down in the dumps. He was really upset because his girlfriend had broken up with him. He was really upset. And those strippers in that strip club, they could sense it. They were like sharks. He's sitting there all down in the dumps of the table. The strippers are coming up. They're rubbing his shoulders. They're like, oh, sweetie, are you having a good time? You having a good time? And he's like, yeah, I'm fine. And I'm just watching him get all this attention from all these strippers. It's like one by one, they're coming out like a fucking parade. Fucking parade. All these... I didn't suck him off, Jabba. I didn't suck him off. So anyway, all these strippers are coming out and rubbing his shoulders and like rubbing his biceps and fucking, whispering in his ear, telling him all the things they wanted to do to him. And I'm just sitting there, rat shit drunk, watching him with a green NVI. And every time a stripper would come up, they're like, hey, you want a lap dance? It's like, nah, I'm good. Because, he was down in the dumps about his girlfriend. And this was happening across the course of like probably an hour and a half. And I'm just getting more and more drunk. And then this red hot, I'm talking red hot, black hair, big boobed, green eyed Martina Makota bitch, which is like my fucking fetish. She's fucking, she comes up and she's just like, hey baby, you want to come and have a sit down? You want to come and have a sit down? You want a lap dance? And he's like, no, I'm good. And I look at her and I pull $100 out of my wallet, a greenback, chat, a motherfucking greenback, $100. He said, I'll take you up on it.
Whoa.
And she looks me up and down, looks at the fucking $100 I'm holding scrunched up in my hand, and walked away.
Oh.
Damn, denied.
She fucking walked away from me, chat. She walked away from $100. I don't know why. It might have been because I was pretty close to vomiting on myself. Or maybe I'm not as good looking as I think I am. But a stripper chose walking away over $100
To bang you or just
for
a
a lap dance. For a lap dance.
She saw you twirling the money in your sausage fingers and just dipped, dude.
That was beautiful.
Smug. Love that story, man. That was
He's
funny.
gonna kill us. He's gonna fucking kill us.
That is sad. Yeah, that's
I think
sad.
he was so drunk that it was a napkin in his fingers.
Probably. But it is my favorite smug.
I'll take
story
you up
so
on that.
far.
Pulls out like what she assumes is like a jizz covered fucking napkin.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I'm good. Jesus. So yeah, tell us a little bit about Tyger Blue. Let's talk about your comic a little bit.
So it's a martial arts action comic, extreme angles and perspectives, like manga, Dragon Ball Z, One Piece, stuff like that.
I love Dragon Ball Z.
It's set in the 30s. Early elements of the Axis powers are working together to create the ultimate weapon. Nazi scientists are making creatures, and then the creatures are being trained by samurai, and then the mobs using the creatures in a gang war in Chicago as enforcers. And it's kind of the story of Tyger realizing that these weapons he's one of are kind of disposable, and then just rebelling against his masters and you know, having to fight all the people he was, you know, created and raised with and trained with and all that shit. So that's what we're going for, is an action-packed, you know, Enter the Dragon meets the Island of Dr. Moreau flavor run through a manga filter. So
Yeah, and it
Distant
looks
wants,
beautiful.
it does. Distant wants to know why you misspelled Tiger.
because of that William Blake poem, Tyger, just Google it. It's kind of famous and has been referenced in lots of comic books like Craven's Last Hunt and stuff like that. So
Okay, so you're not like a fan of the rapper
oh, there's a rapper called Tyger with a Y
Tyger?
name.
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't know about him.
Yeah, the art, this black and white art is just beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks. I was hoping it would capture the look of like those old wartime commercials that were at the beginning, or news reports, I mean, at the beginning of movies, and you know, the Kurosawa black and white samurai films. And,
It has a very noir look to it,
yeah,
which works for the time period and stuff. So
I call it the Batman the animated series look, you know.
Yeah.
He has a real talent. Jose has a real talent for the grays.
Yeah, I was surprised he does as much work as he would if he was coloring the page just to get that look. So I'm super impressed with how it turned out. It adds such depth and like weight to everything.
Yeah, it really. I think the grays are super important in a black and white book. There's not like a lot of zipatone and stuff in it. It's all just shading.
Mm-hmm.
It's beautiful. I mean, there's a little bit, I'm sure, hidden in there. Whoops, but that's the bottom half of that page. It's just gorgeous.
Yeah, before I would think that Narwhal's work was the closest thing to like reading a cartoon, like moving, you know, get that sense of motion when you're going through it. But when I started getting the dailies in from Jose, it's like, oh shit, this is that same feel, but more like a Don Bluth cartoon, you know, texture added over everything. And
yeah,
super impressed by the motion.
George Alexopoulos' black and white has that same kind of motion in it too.
Right, yeah. He does all the Tim Pool cartoons, right?
Yeah, but he's got a black and white book called Bad Dreams.
Okay.
That it's the same beautiful work with the grays and the blacks and the just everything. So like the white glows, which Jose did a beautiful job at.
I think I've only seen Mary Sue from Alex.
Yeah,
that's all I know him.
The mech space adventure. I don't know if you've seen that one. It was pretty cool though.
Oh yeah, I backed both of those.
Nice
campaigns.
Nice.
Yeah.
He's a nice guy.
Yeah, I think so.
Most of those guys who can do the painterly style can really knock some shit out of the park when it comes to that gray tone work.
Yeah. So you've also got I don't have pictures of it, but you also have an action figure and the game, right?
Yeah, the crack pack really came together. And so Steve Woyster, that Star Wars guy, he's from the Crack Pack News and Reviews show, and he did the Crack Christmas special and stuff where they, you know, chopped up that special with all the funny memes and shit. He does action figure design, so he was able to make me an 80s style action figure for it and 3D print them out for me and do the paint steps of the stripes and get everything handled in-house. He's been working on his own action figure thing that's kind of like a comic book, and then he had this whole toy line he designed for it. And I saw that on Finatra's stream, and he was showing his basement full of the 3D printers. He's got like 10 or 20 of them going. And I reached out to him. I was like, yo, you think you could do just a real basic Kenner superpowers style from the 80s, you know, like the old Star Wars or whatever figures?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He's like, I could look into it. He says, I think it'd be pretty easy because it's just basically a karate gi, you know, and then put a tiger head on it. And it really isn't too much to getting the design going. And after a few months, he had a model and then a couple of different models to adjust for, stability so it stands up and doesn't fall over. And, we worked out printing the hands and feet and head blue so we wouldn't have to paint them, and all that design stuff that goes with making an action figure as cheap as possible.
And then, of course, the best part, no, just kidding. The best add-on, I think, is the video game.
Yeah, Zaid, not Zaid from Lost Pages, but the other Zaid brothers with an E. They have a video game called Beckoned that was like an RPG they made, and it was in that sort of style, like Punch Out. And I approached them. I was like, "Hey, you think you could do this little one-on-one fighter in this same perspective as your game with my Tiger Blue characters?" I said I want it to be kind of retro, so I don't need it to be too complicated, and you can do it in black and white because I want it to be a Game Boy game. And he's like, "Let me talk to my brother," because he's the art guy and his brother's the programmer guy. And they got back to me. I'm like, "Yeah, we can do it." And a few builds later, we have one full level of a one-on-one fighting game.
Because video games are really your jam, right?
Yeah. I'm from video games, I guess you could say, more than from comics for sure.
Yeah.
What are some of your favorite video games?
I like Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo.
Nice.
The classic stuff. I like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Contra, Castlevania.
Where are you on Marvel versus Capcom 2?
I like that. I used to go to Ohio to this thing called Seasons Beatings, and it was like high stakes Marvel 2 money matches, and
Nice.
you would just gamble on the players. It was super exciting, and a real awesome place to go hang out.
Well, I got some news for you. Recently, the Marvel vs. Capcom 2 community has been booming because they just released net play for Fightcade. And so it's like
nice.
an emulator. Yeah, dude, and you can play online.
Do they integrate GGPO or whatever so it has rollbacks?
Yeah, yep.
Because that's what they always, the online sucks. There's too many, frames of delay or whatever. And
it has a rollback.
Nice. Yeah, they always complain about that. That's kind of awesome. People love playing Marvel. It was going for a lot of years. Keep those Dreamcasts going,
Yeah, well, that's the thing is that even after Marvel versus Capcom 3 had came out and they had the Ultimate and Unlimited or whatever, people would always still go, yeah, but I miss Marvel versus Capcom 2.
Yeah, they would play $10,000 money matches in Marvel 2. That's just crazy. Man.
That's nuts.
It's back to having competitive championships and shit now.
Yeah, whenever a game is popular, the money match dollar values go through the roof. I can only imagine what they're at in today's day and age.
Yeah, nowadays it's Street Fighter 4 and Street Fighter 5 are really, really top for championships.
Right. I was gonna say, with the Marvel getting the online play implemented, that's super important since everybody's been locked down with all this COVID shit, and all the tournaments are kind of not really happening like they used to. Those big events, tons of people in close proximity with each other. It's
exactly, yeah.
Not
and
really...
they have a way of detecting if you're using hotkeys.
Yeah, they have moves and stuff pre-programmed in to one button. That's pretty good. They can detect that stuff. I remember that GGPO was what we would play on back in the day to do Darkstalkers or Street Fighter 2 Turbo for a while, and it didn't go up to the Dreamcast era stuff. It just stopped at the CPS2 era stuff. So hearing that happen is kind of neat. I might have to look into picking it up.
Oh yeah, dude, it's free. Just download the Flycast or Fightcade emulator. I think Fightcade uses Flycast. Or even RetroArch will use Flycast. So Yeah, it's like it's pretty dope though.
Does Vicky know what we're even talking about, or is she bored to tears by now?
Probably
No,
bored.
I know what I know what you guys are talking about. I just don't play. I'm just not into it like Dean is.
I've always been a huge fan of fighting games.
It hits that cool crossover of like, hey, I like fighting games, and hey, I love comic books, and hey, I love crazy like people betting on stuff. So it hits
Yeah.
all those marks for me. Because the only way I can describe the betting and the live money matches is like a dice game. Like if you ever see like people playing craps in the streets or something, it's similar to that. Piles of money on the floor, everybody talking extreme shit to each other. It's unlike anything I've ever seen, man.
Yeah, no, for real.
This page is gorgeous, by the way. I love this
Oh
one.
yeah, I like this shot as they kind of walk from the dojo to the beach to kind of meet the people coming to the island, and you get like a quick little tour of all the different fight spots that are revisited in the book. And
It reminds me of the like silk screen panel art that my parents used to have. That they'd gotten in Japan. It would be like 3 panels that you hung next to each other, and each one continued the story like across them. That's what it totally reminded me of when I saw it.
Yeah, he really nailed that like artsy feel,
Yeah, he really did. So I know, talking about the video game again, if you want, but yeah, I am sorry, getting a little distracted. I'm hearing children in the hallway. I'm sorry. But yeah, I have not, I will admit, I haven't backed the book yet. I will be doing it tomorrow.
Oh, nice. I think we got like
Yeah.
20 something hours left. It's getting towards the end.
Yeah, it was 29 when I opened this up a little while ago. And you hit 250 backers.
Nice.
I am curious. Do you enjoy the crowdfunding process, or do you more enjoy just like making comics and like the crowdfunding process is like a part of it?
Oh, I hate crowdfunding. I don't enjoy it at all. Like, I really wish I just worked for a comic book company or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just want to make comics. I don't really do the run for school president kind of thing. I'm more
Is that what it
behind
feels like too?
Yeah,
Like,
I'm more behind the bleachers smoking weed, with the cheerleaders or something. It's like the run for president thing, like, just isn't my jam.
yeah.
I mean, it's fun hanging out with the community, but I'll tell you the honest truth. I can't wait till it's over tomorrow so I can go back to hanging out in a chat and just hanging out in a chat and talking shit and supporting my friends instead of having to be part of the game. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't like being in the rotation. I like more, hanging out than being on the other side of the screen.
Yeah.
No, sometimes I mean, doing YouTube, sometimes I just prefer to be in the chat.
I spend a lot of time in the chat instead of on screen. So, yeah. And then you have to navigate too. It's like if you go on one stream, is it going to anger somebody if you go on another one? And like, will they then drop your support, or how do you, like it's a total minefield as well.
Yeah, do you ever have to deal with the politics like that?
I mean, you guys are having me on, and I'm friends with Quaff. You know what I'm saying? It's like connection. That connection.
Well, then, sorry,
Oh.
man. This is
Sorry. Yeah.
Sorry,
no,
Matt.
just-
No. No, just joking, dude.
Now that
No,
guilt by association shit doesn't fly, in a lot of corners.
Course not.
And
Of course it
those
doesn't.
are the areas I find where the most creativity happens, like Stank Stream and shit like that, where people who don't really agree with each other tend to like congregate and hang out with each other. It reminds me more of like a real bar or something,
Yeah, it should be easy enough, I find some people can't handle it, but it should be easy enough. I don't sit there and be like, well, I'm not going to talk to you because you talk to so and so. That's just stupid,
Right.
in my opinion, because we're adults, right?
Well, at the end of the day, we're all connected anyway. So if you hate someone for being friends with someone or something, then someone might have been someone's inker, and then that person might have been someone's editor. It all connects anyway. So you just kill everybody in the room if you tried to eliminate everybody who was your enemy or some shit in this space. It's like we're all connected, man. So I don't play that shit too much. I'll hang out with anybody who's cool to me, really.
I think since Matthew hit that 250 backers, we should play that other clip, Dean.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
You're gonna enjoy this one, man. I think you're gonna really like this one.
Is this the one that was deleted while I was sleeping?
Quit fucking with it, Dean.
Oh, I
Yes.
was playing it. You're not
Okay,
supposed
cool.
Go ahead and play it.
Yeah.
This is confusing.
Hold up,
I don't like looking at
hold
this.
up,
man.
hold up.
Confusing, TJ.
It's not confusing. It's a fucking guy.
You wouldn't hit that. You're a fucking.
Man, come
faggot.
on, man.
Would you
That's
hit
why I don't.
Look at
Smart,
that.
I
That is
got-
perfection. That is
All right,
beautiful.
hold up.
That
You
is
think-
beautiful.
Smart, if you think your story,
Or
you think your
that.
story about the $100
Nah,
is
go
bad.
back to Blair. Go back to Blair.
Wait. Shut up, guys.
Why?
TJ's about to tell a story.
That is a beautiful.
Look.
Oh, look at that man. That is a sexy
Look, man.
ass man.
Guys, let TJ tell his story.
I'm gonna tell you why I don't like this shit, man. For real, you know what I'm
Because
saying?
it's warping. It warps.
Nah.
Because he has an experience. Shut
it
up.
warps your reality, and some trainer raped you at some time.
Nah, man. Look, it was New Year's. You know what I'm saying? And we went to the club. Me and the
You
boys
want the
went to the club.
skinny bitch, or you want the semi
Jesus.
hippie bitch?
Sinatra, come
No,
on.
that
I'm so,
guy's fat.
like
That's
the
a
one
fat
time
dude.
I want
Oh, look
TJ
at
to
that.
like talk over
Look
you
at those
guys.
fucking hips. You fucking coke
That shit ain't funny, man. I mean, this shit is weird, yo. I don't like this shit, man.
It was New Year's, TJ?
So
Yeah.
wait, TJ, you wouldn't go back to
fuck
Blair.
you,
1
smug.
second. Finasha, go back to Blair. 1 second.
Hold
One
up.
second.
Hold up. Serena Valentina.
TJ,
or Blair White.
you wouldn't hit that, TJ. You wouldn't hit
Let-
that.
Let me explain to you why
You
I
wouldn't,
don't play.
TJ. You
Let-
wouldn't. Yes or no? Would you? Hit
No,
that?
motherfucker, it's a dude. What the fuck is wrong with you?
You're a
Hey, look.
faggot, TJ.
Okay, well, I'll be that.
Okay.
That's funny.
Serena Valentina or fucking,
Why are you doing this, man?
Look at that. Or fucking this bitch. This stupid ass slut.
That is a hot ass bitch.
Man, that's fucking a guy, man. Like,
This
That's a
basic
beautiful woman.
This basic ass
transphobe.
bitch.
You're a
or
fucking
this bitch.
transphobe,
Which one you going for?
TJ.
That bitch or this basic ass bitch?
That is a beautiful woman with a beautiful penis, and you're a fucking
you going for
that shit, man,
Velma?
that shit confusing, bro. I don't like that shit.
It's not confusing. It's fucking guys.
Man, I've been there, dog.
You've been there, to guy. Yeah, you've been there.
Tell us about it, TJ. Tell us.
I've been trying to get him to tell us about it, and you
Tell
kept
us how
talking over him.
Tell us how you've been there, TJ. I'll get
Shit,
you
he
that
probably don't
thing.
even want to tell his story now, bro. Been interrupted my man's been interrupted like 8 times, bro.
Oh
Yeah,
shit,
fuck
D-Wax
you.
there.
All
Damn,
so
cuz.
Blair White.
Like it was New Year's.
How
You
about
know what I'm saying? And me and the boys went out. You know how they.
Save this fucking picture. I'm not trying
Jesus,
to save any
Sinatra,
Blair
I
White.
swear to God, shut the fuck up. I'm trying to hear the story.
You know how they crack your head to get in the club on New Year's. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody want to go out and shit. This is back in the young days and shit. So, we in the club or whatever, and getting fucked up. It's New Year's. You know how I go. And so I'm on the floor. This is back in the days when we used to like dry hump bitches, like strangers on the dance floor. They don't do that anymore, but this is back in them days and shit. You know what I'm saying? You just literally dry humping strangers. So anyway, I'm on the dance floor, and you couldn't tell me I'm fucked up. So I'm like all up on this dude's ass and shit. But it was a tranny. I thought it was a girl and shit, right? And my man came and tapped me on my shoulder. My man Hot Sauce came and tapped me on my shoulder. I was like, "What's up?" He was like, "Yo, you know that's a fucking dude, right?" And when I turned around, I guess the bitch heard it, or the guy heard it, and he was laughing his ass off when I could see his smile when he tapped me on my shoulder. He was laughing. He's like, "Yo, dog, you know that's a goddamn dude, right?" I said, "Nigga, what?" I said, "Nigga, what?" And when I turned around, he was gone. I spent the rest of the night walking around the club looking for this motherfucker. I'm glad I didn't find him because my life could end up different right now. You know what I'm saying? But
You could have been married to a dude.
dog, I was grinding on a dude ass, man. And look, here's the bad part. Like, I was in his ear and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you like, my dick got hard and shit. Like, you know how you on the dance floor and shit. So I'm in it. You know,
Hold on, TJ.
nah, I thought it was a girl. I thought it was a girl.
TJ, you're a fucking faggot, bro.
I can laugh about it because I know I ain't gay.
Oh God,
I love that clip.
that is good.
No, I like that he pursued her around the club afterwards. Like, she disappeared. I looked everywhere for her. Like, I can imagine it, like, you know, like from a love story and shit, where he's like looking for the girl.
It's like Cinderella, but like ratchet.
No shit, man. It's great, man.
Man, never gonna let him live that down. That's for sure.
So not gonna let him live it down. He was so happy that Finn took that stream down. But it was too late. It was too late. I already had it.
Yeah, you can't once it's on the internet, TJ.
I think I'm gonna have to just wake up early on Sundays just so I can find like drunken stories from Finn's stream to make into little shorts.
Some Sundays I wake up and the stream's already deleted. I'm always like, dude, something funny happened, man. I didn't get to see it.
Yeah, it's sad. But I'm trying. I got it. I got 2 shows in a row with the best stories. The Smug
Those are
Stripper and TJ and the Troon.
TJ and the Troon.
That sounds like a 70s cop drama, TJ and the Troon.
Yeah.
Doesn't it? I couldn't decide on any music for it though. Like I felt really bad.
He's a cross-country trucker. She's a lounge lizard. Or whatever those fucking lot lizard.
He's a lounge.
He's a cross country what'd you say?
Trucker.
She's
a cross dresser.
Cross-dressing lot lizard.
Yeah.
And he travels around from a truck stop to truck stop looking for his true love.
Like BJ and the Bear.
Yeah, exactly. TJ and the Troon. There you go.
I don't think anybody's like old enough to remember that show. Which is probably why you thought of it. TJ and the Troon, BJ and the Bear. Yeah.
I have no idea. I don't get the reference.
It's old people shit.
It is old people shit. It was a TV show. And it was Greg Evigan.
I wasn't saying that I wanted to know it. Vicky.
No, I'm gonna fucking tell you. Dean. I don't care if you don't want to know. And he was a truck driver, and he had a pet monkey, like was a takeoff of Every Which Way But Loose with the orangutan. So he had this pet monkey that he would drive around in his truck, and he was always at these truck stops with lots of women. There were always hot broads, like driving the other trucks. None of the other truck drivers were men. They were all hot women in like hot pants.
Huh.
See, but in our version, they'll be all like Blair Whites as truckers and stuff. So
yeah, they'll all be Blair White.
So where do you stand on Blair White, Matthew Fowler? Now that it's out there.
All right, she's hot, but not because she's a dude. Like just because she's a dude who's replicated everything that's hot about a chick. So if you like her, you're not really gay because you're just acting straight. You know, you're responding to the normal like plump lips and cheekbones and all that shit in the makeup that you usually like in regular bitches. So I don't know.
So wait, okay. So like that being said, so you don't think it was like gay that that TJ was grinding up on a dude's asshole?
No, the initial grinding and whispering in the ear wasn't gay, right? But once he knew that was a dude, when his friend put him up on game, was like, yo, check that shit, man. Vienna sausages or whatever, he said to him to get him in the know. The gay part was I looked around the club everywhere.
Oh, I think he was
saying that, he was going to beat the shit out of the guy.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's different.
I just made the joke that he was going to try to like make love to the guy.
It comes off like he was like looking for lost love, but I think he meant to.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, then, no, that's fine. I guess. I mean,
I'm not sure it is fine. He was grinding up on a dude's asshole, man. His dick was hard, man.
It was confusing.
It was.
It
I
was
like
pretty
that.
confusing.
I like when he said the pictures are confusing.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's just
it's like you
confusing.
wouldn't hit because it's a dude, of course, obviously.
Yeah,
But
Blair
I
White
mean-
is Blair White is enough to get me into chicks with dicks.
There's no chicks with dicks. There's only dudes with tits.
Yeah, man, that could get crazy. I would prefer not to look into any. But they always show it like she's the gold standard. Like, is there a hotter tranny than Blair White? Like,
I think Finn was into the blonde that they were showing.
Yeah, the
yeah, but
plump
that one looked
blonde.
really doodly. Like, really doodly.
I thought so too, but Finn liked the plumper blonde.
So, as a
then
natural woman, Vicky, what do you feel when you see Blair White?
I think she's very pretty.
Like, but would she pass? Like, would you think that's a dude at all, or with your
Yeah,
womanly
if I
instinct?
saw if I saw Blair White out like at the mall or something like that, I would totally think that it was a biological female.
Oh, so she would pass.
Yeah.
All right, so then Smug shouldn't feel gay for having a crush on her.
I don't think Smug felt gay at all.
No, he doesn't. But they were trying to shame him into feeling gay for having the hots for her.
It's a very pretty man. It's a
She
hot
passed
Very
man.
pretty man.
That's what
Is what
passing
Smug
is,
said.
though, right? That's what it is. If you can
Yeah.
pass, you know.
I mean, I guess. I mean, wouldn't
She's
let that shit
definitely a-
happen to me, but you know.
She's definitely a trap.
she wouldn't get a second date. Let's put it that way.
How far did the date one go though? Like,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if it went that far, it would go that far, you know. And then you'd be like, "Whoops, catch you never again," you know. But thanks for the first date,
yeah,
though.
yeah, just this one time. But
According to Lunga, you pass as a man every day, Dean.
that's untrue. No, I don't.
No, he doesn't really.
I don't. Stop
Yeah, that's
lying,
wishful.
Lunga.
That's such wishful thinking.
Fucking lies, libel and slander there, Lunga. Piece of shit. But yeah, I mean, then they go into Elliot Page. I don't.
Yeah.
Oh, like, who would you rather, Elliot Page or Blair White?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still Elliot Page any day. I mean, I grew up in California, man. We used to get with like skater betties when I was a kid, and those skater betties rock those little short tomboy pixie cuts and shit. You know, Elliot Page would still get it. It's just a chick.
Yeah.
That was.
I mean,
TJ's.
you should
That
say
was
whatever
TJ's.
Sonny and Cher's mutated kid is. Which one's that one? Chaz Bono. That's a perfect example because that one like looks gross. You know.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
But yeah,
No,
Chaz has
no, I'm
gone
just-
through the whole hormone thing and the surgery, and
Ugh.
as far as I know, I think he's done the whole bit.
I was gonna say,
Sonny and Cher's kid. Dean.
I was gonna say, if that was the choice, like, Chaz Bono or Blair, you know, it's like these are like reality bending questions, man, because it's fucked up.
I think it's pretty fucked up. Haven't paid attention for a few months. Oh
yeah, he did, man. I mean,
He did.
we all had conflicts with him, and he riled up everybody. But dude, he's really gone. I mean, if you want to have a quick moment of silence for him, we can, because I mean, it's sad, dude. He was one of us, whether he was hated or not, man. I was kind of sad when I heard about it.
Didn't. No.
yeah, I was super sad, man.
I mean, dude, I know he hated you guys. It's like his last words were probably like, "Fuck Victoria Kundert," and you know, whatever. But I mean, you know, he's gone now. It's like,
Oh yeah, no, I'm like unlike some people, I haven't gone on like this, you know.
I have
desecrating
empathy.
on
I
his
have
grave.
empathy for his family. Other than
Yeah.
that, I have no feelings about it.
That's fair. I don't know. I you know, I never
tip my
want
40
somebody
out
to
to the
die.
guy. I
But
tip my 40 out to the guy. He was one of us, even if he was
that's cool.
one of the
Yeah.
crazier ones. But also, I'd tip my 40 out to Sketch if I found out Sketch passed away. You know what I'm saying? There's lots of us here, you know.
Sketch is the heart of Comicsgate.
Yes.
That's true.
Right? Vociferous and crazy and single-minded and unbending. He's the heart of Comicsgate.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know it sounds
I
crazy,
miss
right?
his motherfuckers and like, fuck you, you kook-suko motherfucker. You will
He
not
showed up
silence me.
He showed up in a chat recently, right?
Which
was
Young
it
Ripper?
Saggy?
Or where was it? Where was he at?
It might have oh no. It was Jesse Milestone.
Yeah,
he
that's
showed
right.
up and Jesse Milestone did this crazy live stream where she just sat there and played her guitar and sang. And that it was horrible. It do not listen to it if you don't fucking have to. And Mary Mayhem was in the chat and Sketch came in and started just ragging on Mary Mayhem, calling her like all the names he possibly could in the chat that would still get through, you know, like Google moderation. And
His
so
spelling is awesome.
Yeah, it
Jesse
is.
actually stopped singing and had like this fight with Sketch about why he was being so mean to Mary Mayhem and like fought with him, like from the chat and her up on the stream for about 20 minutes or so, and then just started playing her guitar and singing again. It was weird. Hi Cap, how are you tonight? Hey Dabster.
What's up, Dabster?
It was really, really bizarre. But I think it's still up on her channel if anybody wants to go watch her argue with Sketch Therapy. The crazy thing is that she didn't even like boot him. Nobody booted him from the chat. So like he's saying all this nasty shit about Mary Mayhem and none of them and all the mods just let him do it. And then she still argues. All of his chats are still up there.
That reminds me that reminds me of that other stream we were watching the other day of I forget her name, but like her boyfriend from the chat was just all like, why don't you tell everyone how like you're fucking meth smoking cheating whore? And I was just like, Jesus Christ.
The Phantom Menace historian guy, Steve Walton.
Yeah, Steve Walton. Yeah.
His ex-girlfriend's chat. I shit you not. He's just
Steve Walton guy, the guy that Sinatra cut up into the song that's like bow every day, like that meme.
Yeah, he's the one that went off on Ethan that one time. After the Snyderverse thing, and he quit the Phantom Menace loudly, and then he sat in the chat of his girlfriend's stream, just like calling her a whore and talking about all the drugs she did, and how he cheated on him, all the men she fucked, and how he had been paying all of her bills and, you know, bought her a car. It was just
no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, it was the craziest thing. And I'm like, damn, she got all that from you? Like, and you let her do it?
Yeah.
I wouldn't be paying no bills if she was with some other dudes off doing drugs. Man, fuck that bitch.
Shit was wild.
Oh well, teach their own, I guess. Yeah, that guy is the one who invented the memes we use every day in Bow from the Crack Pack. It's from that song Sinatra made.
Oh, really?
Like, is that where the Bow thing comes from?
Yeah, he's snapping off on Ethan, I think. It's after that Zack Snyder shit. And he's like, I'm out here every day. Wow. Free cut it up. It's like, wow.
That shit was so crazy. I think we did a video for a stream for it. Cut up Ethan, or I did cut up Ethan and Walton just like, you know, spurging out. It was pretty fucking funny at the time.
Yeah, that was.
I like that any random spurg outs can get just turned into songs. Like that's just funny.
Oh yeah,
it is funny. He did Did he do a song with you yet?
Yeah, the business.
Yeah,
the business. I just start talking shit to that couple.
Scammers. Man, that was
you know,
crazy.
I'm glad you brought that up because I would have forgot to have brought that up. Pretty fucking crazy, right?
I think that was a successful investigation that like crossed the aisle to all different corners of the CG slums and kind of everyone worked together to kind of root out these bullshitters, and I kind of liked
but
it, man.
it's what's kind of disappointing is that it never quite made its way out of the CG slums. Right.
Well,
The
yeah,
story
but
itself, like
hometown-
Bancroft talked about it. He was like the biggest channel that talked about it, but
Mhm.
nobody else did.
Well,
None
but
of the big
they're not going to talk about
YouTubers
that
or
stuff because it will bring a bad look. Like they're out there, representing to like a larger audience. So I doubt they want to show our dirty laundry, as much as like we keep it real. We want to show it and shame those people and warn other creators and kind of, get the roast on. And I think those bigger channels just didn't want to talk about it the same way like news networks try not to cover controversies or, shit like that. It was,
yeah.
kind of squashed on some like, let's not present that to the public shit. But
Yeah, I know Dojo Kun had not been sent the picture that showed that the books hadn't actually moved.
right.
And he was pretty hot about that. I don't know if anything's happened since. I haven't heard anything. I can't watch like every freaking Comics Gate stream.
Yeah, I haven't heard any really
But
updates or asked
yeah,
about it.
it kind of dropped real quick off of everybody's radar. And
Yeah, I'm
I
really
think
curious what happened to those books.
They got him back.
Did
And I
they?
think that where it left off was that Varian was supposed to report to his credit card company, whoever that person he was paying the fines to.
Sure. The fines that he never paid because the books never left his own storage space.
Yeah, so
whatever.
that's where it went up in smoke. I think he stopped cooperating and Dojo stopped updating. So
Yeah, there's nothing else to know except that he, scammed all those people.
yeah.
And now I guess they'll probably, if they're smart, they'll just fulfill this Indiegogo that they've got to try and to sell some of those books off from wherever the books are now. Have Eric just, do, or whoever lives right there, do the heavy lifting of fulfillment so that they don't have to ship all of those books to their prospective owners.
And a few of them go to cons, so they can continue with that plan of selling at different cons every week. And
the question is, did they get the 1,000 copies that Varian held back from, that were, because it was the 2,000 that were supposed to go to Spencer's, and he kept 1,000 copies of each book. That's what I want to know. I want to know if that 1,000 copies of each book got returned to the creators or not. If they have all three, or if they only got the 2,000 back.
Right. And I just ask any of those creators, they're glad to talk about it. They're not trying to hush about it at all.
Yeah.
And I bet if you ask around for updates, they'll probably give them.
Yeah. It's one of the few instances where everybody talked, the people involved talk about it openly. Right. Because you hear all sorts of freaking rumors about creators taking money to do covers and then never delivering. I've heard a few of those about a particular person, and nobody talks about. And I'm not going to name names just because, I don't have any proof. I just hear rumors. But nobody's saying like, hey, don't give this dude your money. Like that would be the first thing after trying to get it all settled out and not coming to any sort of accommodation. Like I'd be telling everybody, don't give this dude your money, don't work with him. Or whatever it is.
I mean, and word carries pretty fast around the community, we got to count on each other to tell each other, and word will spread, Yeah. It's just a weird thing, man. I guess the guys had a history of finding these people and forming these projects and on this thing. So we got him rooted out here, but in 5 years he might come back somewhere else. But I don't know.
Sure.
I'll be around. I'm not going to make it my life, mission to hunt him down wherever he goes, so he will never fund a project again.
It's crazy though, like because people are still they're still doing the indie Volt stuff. They've still got people coming on to their streams, and Pops is still, I guess, he's just loyal to Lola and Varian. He's still doing their streams too.
Yeah.
And it's pretty obvious, in my
I
opinion.
don't know what you would do to recover from that shit. It seems kind of weird to just keep going and pretending like nothing happened.
Yeah,
But
for real. I don't know if you've read it, by the way, her comic, but
oh my goodness,
it's something, man.
Oh my lord, I read that thing.
So Lure's out. That was my other question. Is her book late books?
Her book is, according to her, the funds for fulfilling the book, for actually mailing it out, have been held up in her PayPal account, the same one that got ganked.
Right.
She claims got ganked. I don't know why it would end up in her PayPal, because that seems really kind of weird. Because I know Indiegogo doesn't send a PayPal.
I was gonna say Indiegogo doesn't work with PayPal
at all.
Way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
And every Indiegogo I've done has been fulfilled directly into my business account.
Yeah, the last pic I saw, she's sending them out. It looks like she's sending them out in manila envelopes, and she'll be able to she's going to piecemeal mailing them.
Okay.
Out of her own pocket, quote unquote. I mean, she only made like $2,400 on the IGG, so
right.
It's not a but the PDFs were sent out.
Oh man, is it worse than we thought?
Oh, dude, it's like one of the few comics I've read, and I don't think I'm gonna read anymore. I don't think I'm gonna read anymore. You guys are degenerates.
Swingers, right? Like swingers go to some secret meeing, and there's some mystery or something. It's like
there's
some
and they get kidnapped.
There's rape, and there's
yeah, it's bad. It was really, really bad. You got your Lunga got his copy of Lore.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Imagine I likes that type of shit, right?
But imagine if Narwhal was 12 and did the art. And you
That's mean. Yeah, that was mean.
See, I'm the wrong one.
I'm saying when he's 12. I'm saying, before he developed like any of the talent everybody says that he has.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, because I'm actually a fan of Narwhal. I'm sorry, like I really
I'm not gonna
I'm not a fan of 499 particularly at all, but Foreign Agent and his new Nosferatu and some of the regular work he does, like on ink and gray wash, like on a regular piece of physical paper, that shit's really cool, man. I can see like what people see in that shit. I like Narwhal stuff.
I think art can be subjective.
You could make fun of Wanger's shit though, because that's garbage.
All right. Imagine Wanger drawing dicks.
There you go.
There we go. That even better.
Absolutely horrifying.
Yeah, it was horrifying. It
was something, dude. I don't think I'm ever gonna read a comic again.
If you didn't already love the medium, it would be enough to turn you off of comics altogether.
Yeah.
Is it better than Astro? Or whatever that one Stu was talking about.
Astro at least made sense in its own crazy sort of over the top way.
Right.
Astro was meant to be funny, right? It's supposed to be freaking hilarious. Man, this is supposed to be dark and serious.
Does it end, or is it like a to be continued type shit?
It ends.
Okay, cool.
At least all 75, 80 pages of it finally does end.
Dude, we need well-read and smug to reunite and review that shit, man.
I don't think you would have to
I want to hear Spirit Scar talking about like
you would have to blur
motivation.
You would have to blur so much of it out you really wouldn't be able to.
Oh, it's that bad. It's just mostly all prawn then.
Yeah, it's a lot of prawn.
A lot of rape prawn.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So how many sausage fingers out of 10 do you guys give it?
Half chubbed sausage finger.
1/2 sausage finger out of 10. Damn.
Yeah, 1/2 sausage finger, and only because it was actually completed. Like, not only because it's only because it's a book, but that
Right.
is the only thing that it gets credit for.
At least it wasn't printed backwards, right?
Yeah, double backwards. That's funny.
If you're gonna assail my eyes with an inordinate amount of penis, at least make the art good so there's a plus size. I'm definitely agreeing.
That's
Nice.
funny. That's
Yeah.
a good comment.
But let me pop this back up just because it's pretty.
Yeah, Matt Baer really killed it on that freaking logo.
Yeah,
love
I
it.
heard that Matt Barr was the person who made the logo.
I'm a huge
Yeah.
fan of that rock and roll ninja logo he made that looks like an old CBGB's flyer. So it's like lucky enough for him to hook me up with a Ninja Turtle style, kind of logo for Tiger Blue.
Yeah, I'm just a huge fan of Matt Barr as a person. Really solid dude. Does
And
really
I like
great
his-
work.
I like his art. It's very aggressive.
His anger piece from today had me cracking up for a while.
It was a little funny.
Oh, I missed
was.
that.
Oh, it's on his Twitter. I'll share it with you later.
Yeah, it's a good one. You should check it out.
Yeah.
I'll have to.
But he has a thing about logos, man. Like every time I talk to him, we see a book. He's like, that logo is awful. And he did a nice job with yours, I thought.
He shared all the sheets the other day of all the different versions that were never submitted or turned down or whatever. I was like, dude, that's really cool to see the process on that stuff.
Yeah, I'd actually seen all that. I'm in Billy's Discord.
Oh yeah, that's where they all hang out and work.
Yeah.
I'm too
Yeah,
poor
and then me and Vicky hop in there to distract them from work.
Yep.
I never got on board Discord because I don't know if you remember back in the old war campaign days, there was like the sauna and the Discord and all that Pangea and weird shit. So I never got involved with doing.
Yeah,
Discord.
well, Billy's Discord is nothing like that, dude.
It's literally just dudes in there doing their art and talking about it and bouncing ideas off of each other, and it's nice. It's
I'm
nice.
supposed to like unboomer and kind of like look into what it is and join, but I'm always so like,
you should,
I
man.
don't know. Everybody talks about like Discord is where all the evil gay ops go down and shit. So I just never got into it, man.
Well,
no, and Discord is where all the evil gay ops happen, but not every Discord.
Definitely not Billy's. Billy's is definitely all business.
Yeah, it's kind of boring in that sense. I'm like, where's the fucking gay ops, dude?
Yeah, you always feel bad like sharing stuff in the channel because you're like, you don't want to clutter up the Discord with garbage.
And Billy's a really cool guy, so I should check it out.
Yeah,
he's awesome.
You should definitely hire them to do your next logo.
Excuse me. Yeah, I think I'm going to stick with Tiger Blue for a while. Like, I don't think I have any other books coming down the pipeline. I think I'm just going to do the sequel to this in June and then part 3 in October and just see how it goes with this.
Where is the book as far as completion? Because you're supposed to fulfill in May, right?
Right.
Oh, it's already 100% done. Duh.
Yeah, as I say, we're 30 pages into book 2 already. I think book 2 is 70 pages. So we're almost halfway done with the second one.
Nice. So it's just a matter of paying for the printing and getting them sent.
Of the first book, once the money's released, I'll send the lettering script over to Eric Weathers with the payment for lettering, then pay the proofreaders and go through that back and forth for, whatever, a week till there's no errors in it. Then off to the printers. And meanwhile, while all that's happening, I'll buy all the shipping supplies, tape. I got to buy cartridges and clamshells for Genesis carts and get all that stuff together and the posters printed. I like to address all the envelopes and Gemini mailers right away before the books print. So when they come in, they're just ready to bag and board and slap right into the stuff and get them off. So
That's what's up.
hopefully fulfill pretty fast, once the payoff comes in from the campaign.
Excellent.
I like to hear that.
I do too.
People have been hating on fulfilling on time like it's the most fucked up, bizarre thing ever. And I get it that books take time and shit, but I mean, like, to actually like glorify or like make being late a cool thing, it's like, what the fuck, are you retarded? Like, being late is gay. Like, don't be that. Like, if you're late, apologize and be like, I'm a fuck up, I'm sorry. Like, don't be like, late is cool, man, aren't you cool? Like,
I think what people should do when they're putting together their timeline is decide on what day, when they figure out when the book will be done, right? So say the book's done, you can have it ready to go out in May.
Right.
Tack on a couple of months to the fulfillment date on the campaign. So if anything does go wrong, you've got a cushion, but still plan on doing your damnedest to get it out on the original date you plan on releasing it. And then you can say, fuck, I just got that shit out early.
You're your own boss too. You know what I'm saying? You're your own boss. So you're only on a deadline that you set. So set the right deadline. Like, why? I don't understand the making it cool. Like, if you perform a book on time, you're just a big old faggot. It's like, nah, man, what the fuck? Like, that's delusional, weird talk. Like, you need to fucking stuff that shit,
Yeah, I agree. But
And,
then again, I am
Matthew Fowler was
bit,
just kicked out of Comicsgate, guys.
Yeah,
it was
great. Actually, he was kicked out an hour ago. When we started the stream up. Just sorry to let you know that, Matthew, but it's too late.
Oh well. I feel like there's like at least 2 or 3 Comics Gates, and I'm like legit in like at least 2 out of the 3 Comics Gates that exist, so I'm cool with that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for coming by. I think we should.
I was gonna say, thanks for having me, man. It's a blessing to be platformed by anyone, and I appreciate all that shit, man. So thank you, Vicky.
You can decide which video you want to play us out with, Dean. Either the trailer or the Smug Stripper story is still good.
Well, let's do both.
All right. Good night, everybody, and thanks so much for stopping by. And go back Tyger Blue before this time tomorrow.
Yeah, thanks to all the new backers, guys. You won't be let down.
1935, Chicago, Illinois. Early elements of the Axis powers are secretly working together to develop the ultimate bioweapon. Ferocious beasts created by German occult science, trained by dark samurai, and used by the mafia as lethal enforcers. When Tyger realizes how truly disposable he is, he rebels against his masters. Forced to fight his brothers, Tyger's struggle for vengeance and survival is about to begin. With an authentic retro video game in the works, toy, and poster art by the legendary video game box artist Tom Dubois, you'll want to get your claws on Tyger Blue. Back in now.
And my word, we get Fowler to 192 backers. We get him 1 extra backer. I'll tell you a very embarrassing strip club story from Smug Pug, and I'll never live it down. I'll never fucking live it. It'll be clipped, and fuck all of you fucking cocksuckers. Fuck all of you fucking pieces of shit.
Awesome. I appreciate that shit, man.
Oh,
shit.
Spill the beans.
I can see a whole bunch of people back there. Fucking assholes.
We go back to it, right? I want to talk a little more about it. Now we got to get a little palate cleanser.
Fuck. We got. Oh, shit.
We'll get back.
I got to be a man of my word. I guess I've got to tell the story. All right. So I guess I better start at the beginning. My best friend in the whole wide world, my best friend since like my first year of high school. He was dating this girl, and she dumped his ass. She dumped him, chat. She dumped him cold-blooded. Dumped his motherfucking ass cold-blooded. And he was in a state. He was really upset. And he just reached out to me one day and he said, Smug, that's obviously not my real name. But he said, hey, Smug, I'm feeling real down. Let's go on a fucking road trip up across the east coast of Australia. And I was like, you know what? You're my best fucking friend in the whole wide world. I'll take the time off work. I've got the money. Let's hit this shit. And we did. We went on a road trip. We traveled up the whole east coast of Australia. We went to Byron Bay and did some surfing. We got massages. We went clubbing. We did a whole lot of shit. And we ended up on the Gold Coast. The Gold Coast in Brisbane. On Cavill Avenue. The nightclub district.
Uh-huh.
And then
You
we
mean
went...
Brisbane?
Yeah, just south of Brisbane. The Gold Coast, motherfucker. It's the Gold Coast.
Okay.
And we were getting fucked up. We went to the casino. We were dropping money on the tables, having a great old time. I was fucking rat shit drunk. Even drunker than I am right now. I was a mess. Anyway, I was so drunk we got asked to leave the casino. They're just like, get the fuck out of here. So we got kicked out of the casino. We were stumbling back to our hotel on Cavill. And then my mate's like, hey, there's a strip club around the corner. Let's go to the strip club. And I'm just like, well, this is your shit, nigga. Well, with a soft A, this is your shit. I'm here for you. Let's go to the strip club. I don't care. Let's go to the strip club.
Oh man.
And I was fucking rat shit drunk, dude. Like my eyes would have been like fucking swirling around in my head. And we went to the strip club. We took a seat at the table. We somehow miraculously we got in, took a seat at the table. My best friend, he was down in the dumps. He was really upset because his girlfriend had broken up with him. He was really upset. And those strippers in that strip club, they could sense it. They were like sharks. He's sitting there all down in the dumps of the table. The strippers are coming up. They're rubbing his shoulders. They're like, oh, sweetie, are you having a good time? You having a good time? And he's like, yeah, I'm fine. And I'm just watching him get all this attention from all these strippers. It's like one by one, they're coming out like a fucking parade. A fucking parade. I didn't suck him off, Jabba. I didn't suck him off. So anyway, all these strippers are coming out and rubbing his shoulders and like rubbing his biceps and fucking, whispering in his ear, telling him all the things they wanted to do to him. And I'm just sitting there, rat shit drunk, watching him with a green NVI. And every time a stripper would come up, they're like, hey, you want a lap dance? It's like, nah, I'm good. Because, he was down in the dumps about his girlfriend. And this was happening across the course of like probably an hour and a half. And I'm just getting more and more drunk. And then this red hot, I'm talking red hot, black hair, big boobed, green eyed Martina Makota bitch, which is like my fucking fetish. She comes up and she's just like, hey baby, you want to come and have a sit down? You want to come and have a sit down? You want a lap dance? And he's like, no, I'm good. And I look at her and I pull $100 out of my wallet, a greenback, chat, a motherfucking greenback, $100, and said, I'll take you up on it.
Whoa.
And she looks me up and down, looks at the fucking $100 I'm holding scrunched up in my hand, and walked away.
Oh. Damn, denied.
She fucking walked away from me, chat. She walked away from $100. I don't know why. It might have been because I was pretty close to vomiting on myself. Or maybe I'm not as good looking as I think I am. But a stripper chose walking away over $100
to bang you, or just
for
a
a lap dance. For a lap dance.
She saw you twirling the money in your sausage fingers and just dipped, dude.